A guess is when you have almost no clue as to what you're guessing, such as where the coin is in the cup. A hypothesis is an educated guess that means you have at least some knowledge about your guess. For example, her flashlight isn't working. She can make an educated guess because she has some knowledge about the flashlight. That is, likely the batteries are dead. She didn't test her hypothesis to see if that was the case. When a hypothesis is proven to be true, that means the scientists tested it out, and it is true, and then they test it again, and it's still true, and other people tried out the same experiment, and it does work, then the hypothesis becomes a scientific theory. Scientific theory is something that has been proven to be true many times by many people. However, there is a possibility that in the future new evidence or new research that invalidate the theory. That is why it's called a scientific theory, because it can change if given new evidence. For example, one scientific theory that has been changed in the last decade is the classification of life. Back then, scientists divide organisms into different kingdoms. Over time, as you can see above, there are revisions over and over as new technology allows us to discover the differences between the organism. Monera is modern day, bacteria and archaea grouped together, and is still around for a while. Revisions were made, and eventually the last one that has come to be accepted and most commonly used now is the three domains: bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. Eukarya includes plants, fungi, animals, and protists. Similar to scientific theory is scientific law. Scientific law is different from scientific theory is that it doesn't explain the why part, as in why something happened. Also, the law part is related more to math, as you'll learn more in physics and math than biology. One of the most popular scientific theories proposed by Charles Darwin. Why do organisms look different? How do they differ? How did they become that way? Why are fossils of organisms that we don't see on Earth today? Darwin helps explain all of these questions by the study of evolution, the change over time of organisms. Evolution, these changes are propelled by a mechanism, the scientific theory of natural selection, where the fittest animals survive, as selected by nature.